And now for our next presenter, it's Raúl Pérez. How are you, Raúl?
Hello, Mike. Pleased to be here with you, sharing in this event.
Excellent, excellent. So maybe I will just hand it over to you. Please do take it away.
Okay, thank you. Okay, well, let's sell services. Let's talk about services. First, a breaking news here. I am a Ruby on Rails developer, but I don't work on a Spree on my daily basics. This project that I am going to show here is kind of it has made built on my own to cover what I believe are a business that are not covered by Spree right now. So in this presentation, I'm going to talk about what Spree Travel is, kind of its microarchitecture, a little bit deep microarchitecture, some business scenarios that could fit in this software, and the future work for the gems. So, what is a Spree Travel? Well, Spree Travel is a set of Spree extensions, and basically what they do is allow Spree to sell services. There are a lot of definitions for services, but I'm going to get that pricing depends on a context, meaning pricing is calculated based on a context. So we have this formula. We have a Spree, which already sells stockable products. We have services, and now we have Spree selling products and services. Which the main features? Well, pricing is dynamically expressed, can be calculated. Price is not stored in variance, it is stored in rates that depends on a context. Let's say a context is a starting date and an end date. This set of gems are decoupled. Each product type lives in one gem. Spree product and the new services can be sold together. They can live in the cart together. And this set of gems reuse all the great features of Spree. So this is kind of the picture of the macro architecture. There is a Spree Travel core, which defines the templates of the main classes. And then each product type will be in a separate gem, implementing the specificity of its implementation. For example, the way each product type will calculate their pricing, the way each product type will be searched, the way each product type will be shown up in the index view, in the product details, or even in the cart. Each one of these gems will be responsible for defining their own validations in the models they extend or override. And this is kind of the microarchitecture. This is built on top of the very core Spree model. In this case, we are showing a small piece of it related with option types and option values. And these are three concepts that are main concepts on this architecture, which are rates option types, context option types, and variant option types. And this is how it is looked in the admin interface. Rate option types will be responsible for the pricing, to store the pricing. What we'll have in context option types will be what's going to be in the searcher, and variants may stay very similar as what they are now, are physical attributes of the product. So the context option types will be rendered as a search box. In this case, for example, adult is as a hidden input with a value, but it is in the search form. And variance and rates are expressed this way in the details of a product in the admin interface, where you will have, based on the variant option type, a rate, meaning with a starting date, an end date, and the amount of dates that was searched. In this case, for example, if a user search for a car between this date range, it will count how many days are separate one each other, and we look the price and we calculated in here. This pricing is for 1 day. The searching, this is more or less how the search magic works. We will have a search form in the home page. This search form, when the context and when the parameters for this search form is submitted, it will search in a build searcher that will implement each product type in each gem. The set of products returned will be rendered, but that partial will be fetched from the product type gem, and the price will be calculated also by the calculator implemented in the gem defining the product type. And then we will have everything together and will be rendered for the user. The installation is quite simple. There are at this moment there are only 3 gems available. The SpreeTravel core that implements all the standard things. The SpreeTravel car that has the specific implementation of each of the templates defined in core, and a SpreeTravel sample, which has a seed data, in this case for the car prototype. And with these Rails commands, we can install and set up the SpreeTravel project after Spree it's set it up. This is an example of something that we built around 5 years ago. It was a travel agency, and we, in this case, each of those tabs is a different gem. In this specific scenario, some of them were very, very similar. For example, hotels and cruise, because cruise works very similar to hotel. The differences they are in the sea and they move from one wave to another, but the renting and the rooms logic is very, very similar. Well, possible business scenarios. Well, we have implemented a car prototype to show a car, and it may fit in general terms car rental businesses. This could fit also for Airbnb clones, cleaning equipment rentals, and in general service-oriented marketplaces. So what is the current status of this project? Well, it is with the Spree version 4.0, currently is 4.2. There are no API changes. Test coverage is in green. Most of the test coverage is based on the models, which I believe is the more important and stable part of the project. We have only developed one prototype, and it can be found in GitHub in SpreeTravel on branch 4.0 stable. So what is our what's next for this project? Well, we want to I want to find users or partnering with someone that may found a business model that fits these use cases. We want to then try to update to an upper Spree version. I believe that's relatively simple because the core of the gems are inside the architecture, and the models that this piece of software relies on haven't changed in Spree version 401 or 402. We want to develop another prototype, basically to test the genericity and improve architecture, because there are some parts of the architecture that I personally, as a developer, I don't feel comfortable enough, and I would like to improve it. So for this event, I have set up a Heroku app that is in this URL. So you can enter there and check it, make some searches. I suggest you make searches with date ranges over than 3 days and lower than 30 days. To access the admin interface is the same as Spree default installation. And well, go there and try to look what I have been working most of the time of the pandemic. And well, thank you for your time. And you can find me here in my social networks. That's it.
Thanks, Raúl. Really great to have you.